Hello and welcome back to our podcast, Max Damage. I am your DM, Erica Blankenship. Joining with me today is Alexander Blankenship, Brittany Blankenship, Tyler Swan, Jonathan Cato, and Samantha Etier. Last time,
on Max Damage,
you guys went through the woods and you guys got to know each other better, where you guys come from, some of the reasons why you guys are out and about. You had a run-in with some bandits on giant lizards. You murdered them. They almost took off an arm and a leg. And then you got to Atria's town, where you met her brother, Antonius.
an absolute ray of sunshine.
And then you guys are headed to her house right now. I guess to stay the night, because it's kind of late.
Would make sense.
I am going to try to spend as little time in the vicinity of Antonius as possible while clutching my chest and wincing occasionally.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm coming back with you.
Yeah.
Because
We had a moment.
we had a moment.
And out of character, remind me the name you have chosen.
Alexia? Is that her name?
Alexia, got it. Yeah.
I took the name of the princess.
Yes. And I just needed a quick reminder. All right. Thank you.
So what does the house look like as we get to it?
So yeah, you come up the hill to a giant, massive house out of stone, and the front doors or double doors are pretty big as well. They're decorated wood, so they look really nice. When you open the doors, you go into a huge foyer, and on either side of that is a hallway, and then it opens up into a even bigger area where the ceilings are really tall, and on either side of that is stairwells that lead up to the second floor. There's also some flags hanging from the ceiling as you walk in, the flags of this kingdom, and their family crest on one.
Okay. I'm not gonna go anywhere because I'll get lost.
It's a pretty big house. Out of character, what time is it? Like is it close to dinner time?
Probably, yeah.
It's probably close to dinner time. All right, so I'm looking around. So what are you guys doing for dinner tonight?
Subtle.
Those who have a high enough perception check can hear me exhale out my nose.
I'm just saying, it's about that time of year. I think we need some turkey in this place.
I'm sure something has been prepared.
I mean, something isn't turkey. I mean, it's October.
Orpheus mutters to Alexia, I don't like him, and at least I know how to be subtle.
Well, I think that's part of his charm, isn't it?
To each their own.
So Zach looks like he's realized something.
Agreed.
And he goes, oh, you guys don't even know what October is, do you?
We have months.
Well, if we're not having turkey, I just gotta take care of the rest. And he walks out. He's like, I'll be back in a minute. And he walks outside.
Does he even know where he's going?
I'm sure he'll be fine. Just go to the big house on top of the hill. He'll find it.
Indeed, a unique charm.
For varying definitions of charm.
I'm trying to be polite.
I'm a little
I'm in too much
interested to see
pain
what
to
he's going to
focus
bring
on.
back.
So, Antonius, what is actually for dinner before idiot gets too far?
I don't know, the cook quit.
Oh.
Why did the cook quit?
Something about how there's no one left to cook for, and he didn't want to just cook for me.
That's rude.
Okay. So what have you been doing?
Nothing much. I've tried to make my own food, and it didn't
Oh,
turn out very
Lord.
well.
Is that what
Oh,
that burnt
dear.
smell is?
Probably, but that was from a few weeks ago. I kind of gave up, and now I just eat raw vegetables.
Orpheus,
So, we're going out to eat to the local inn
Orpheus
before my
holds
brother
in-
kills us with food poisoning.
Oh, I'm not allowed there anymore.
Why does this not surprise me?
Aren't you the lord here?
Yeah, but I kind of got drunk there a few times too many.
Do they have takeout?
So about this time, Zach walks back in, carrying a bag and 2 pumpkins. And he walks in and goes, "So I ran into this guy out there down by the pumpkin patch. Says he used to work for this place as a cook. He said the if the lady was back then may need some help. So he gave me this bag of meat, and guess what? He had turkey." And Zach just walks into the kitchen.
Does he know how
someone
to
need to go
cook?
check on him, please?
I'm going to go watch and make sure he doesn't burn the house down.
Thank you.
Me too.
So who walks into the kitchen?
I'll walk into the kitchen. I want to see this.
I think
treat.
we're all going in.
So you walk in, and Zach looks right at home. Like he is preparing meat. He's put out vegetables to be cut. It looks like he may have his own set of cooking utensils. And he looks very confused at the stone oven for a minute. He's like, "I can figure it out. Fire's fire."
So me and my brother are in a room alone as everyone walked into the kitchen.
Oh no.
Antonius looks at Atria and is like, come with me to the study.
I'd rather not go into the study.
Don't be
That's
such a baby.
That's where she was. I'd rather not go there.
Okay, I understand. Then at least come up the stairs next to the study so I can go get something and bring it back to you.
I can do that.
So Antonius leaves you, Atria, at the door, and he comes back with a notebook and hands it to you.
What am I looking at?
I bought this from a merchant that was here a little while ago. He was kind of crazy, but he had some interesting items. But this item came in a pair, and I have the other one. And in this one, all you have to do is write, and whatever you write, I will see, and vice versa. So at least, if you're going to go on this crazy adventure, at least write me so I know you're safe.
I guess I can do that for you.
Thank you. Also, if you see your siblings, I would like to know they're fine too.
If I come across them, you will be one of the first to know.
Thank you.
As I'm watching all the fantastic cooking happening and thinking about the fact that the cook apparently quit because the only person he had to cook for was Antonius, I'm sort of pondering, and now it clicks, say to Alexia, it's like, well, now I'm not mad. Now I just feel sorry for him.
I suppose negative emotions tend to come together.
Yeah. I grab my chest. Okay. I'm good. For now.
You don't seem like it. Do you need any healing, perchance?
I'm afraid there's nothing that would be able to heal it. And even if you could, I doubt I'd want it. Because as far as I have ever been aware, this pain comes from my mark, and so does my magic. I have never been able to do magic until I got this mark. I didn't get this mark until my grandfather passed.
Why would you want it to hurt, though?
You think I asked for it to hurt? It's a consequence, presumably, of someone who was not born to do magic, doing magic.
I see.
Magic often tends to cause harm.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, there are much harmful things than a little chest pain.
I see. Just let me know if it gets any worse. I'll do what I can.
Thank you. It would be much appreciated. I was quite worried when I first set out from my hometown, but if I can meet more people like you, I think this journey to my destiny will be worth it.
I don't know if I'm the type of person you'd like to meet.
But isn't that the fun of it all? The discovery?
I suppose. To each your own.
Indeed.
Hey guys, someone go set the table. The food's almost ready.
I'll help. I go
Me
set
too.
the table.
I'll make sure she's doing it right.
I'm just gonna stay and watch that cook.
No offense to her, I'm just a very particular person.
I'm sure she's set the table many times when her mom asked her to go do so.
Yeah, and you'll probably won't see me intervening unless you ask me to hand you something.
So I guess everybody gets back to the table.
Yep.
Yeah.
What
We're
about the
waiting
two that?
for-
What about the two that went off? Are they back?
Waiting for the heads of the household.
So Antonios goes and sees the table set, and he's like, "Oh, well, thank you. It's nice to have people around again."
I'm just gonna sit at the table, not comment.
Same.
All right, so then Zach comes out and is like, "All right, guys, I got all the traditionals." And he just like sits a giant turkey down. He's like, "All right, I got turkey, garnish, plenty of stuffing, got some cranberry sauce," and he just starts sitting all this stuff down. That's very much a Thanksgiving Day feast. And then he goes, "And the most important part," and he's holding two, and he goes, "Pumpkin pie."
Out of character, are these foods prepared in a way that we would recognize, or is 21st century cooking presentation too different from where we are right now, or when we are?
You do not recognize this.
Well, it smelled good. So
Yeah.
that's something at least.
So Zach looks really solemn and he goes, "You guys have never had a Thanksgiving Day feast? Well, don't worry, I've got it for you now. Food is the most important thing that you can smile about," as he sits down and starts getting ready.
What's Thanksgiving?
A time when you say things you're thankful for?
She points out the pie and says, "Why is this the most important part?"
So as she says that, my character takes her first bite of the pie, and all of a sudden her eyes light up, almost like anime, where there's like stars in her eyes, and she goes, "Because this is heaven on a plate."
And Zach just points and goes, "That's why."
She's gonna take like a sliver of a piece.
And she's probably cutting herself a much larger piece, almost taking the entire pie.
I'm gonna swatch your hand.
You see a Tria just barely picking at the food like she has something else on her mind entirely.
You really should eat. It wouldn't be
I
helpful in later days if you were to collapse from exhaustion.
I am eating.
Are you eating enough, though?
I'm just fine, thank you.
I see.
I just sort of side-eye the conversation. I'm going through all the pieces of my food in sort of the order I laid them out.
I'm eating the same thing Orpheus is, but I'm not eating until after I see his reaction to each thing.
Yeah, and I think I noticed that, but I don't say anything about it. And I get to the pie eventually. Something about the pie has made him happier than you've ever seen him. But he doesn't like exclaim it. You see smiles, a big wide smile, and nods his head and continues eating it sedately, but visibly much happier.
And Antonius looks at Zach and is like, "You have to give me the recipe for this pie."
Zach looks at Antonius and goes, "I can, but you probably won't be able to recreate it. I've seen the mess you left in that kitchen."
"I can try."
Hire a new chef specifically for pie.
That's the plan.
One of the reasons I believe, I'm not good at very many things, but I made a dedication to get good at cooking because I believe food is important, especially dinner. At the end of the day, no matter what happened, you always have to eat. And I feel like what you eat helps put things in perspective. It may not seem important, but it's either a good time to talk to people or a good time to reflect on what you've done. It just is a constant in your life that will never change. As long as you're alive, you have to eat. So I think important things like that shouldn't be neglected.
Yes, people tend to die quite easily without food.
Well,
That is really profound.
Profound? Yeah, I guess so.
I finish my pie, sigh contentedly, and I sort of take out a little notepad looking thing and sort of write down, a little note to myself, and it looks like I filled the page. And as he closes the book, you can see a title, List of Things to Learn on the Road.
As he's scribbling, Zach goes, "Orpheus, you don't have to guess. I can tell you the recipe."
I don't know how to cook yet. Recipe won't do me much good unless I know how to cook.
That's simpler than you think. It just takes practice.
Well, maybe while we were on the road, you can teach me.
Never taught anybody how to cook, but I guess I'd give it a shot.
Although I doubt we'll have such access to a full kitchen.
Slumming is how I do my best work.
Seeing everyone has tried the pie, I try to reach over and take the rest of the pie.
I swat your hand again.
I
Why?
try to do it at the same time.
I look at you and go, I'll split it.
There's always a few pie gremlins.
If you make eye contact with me, you've seen that I have switched from content, happy to I will murder you with my gaze stare.
Well, I look in your eyes and go, I'll split it.
Why don't we keep it for tomorrow morning before we leave?
That is exactly what I was thinking. Something this good should not be hoarded to one person.
That's the Thanksgiving spirit, leftovers.
All right, fine. Probably after dinner, she kind of goes over next to Zach and is like, you need to make me one of those. Just mine.
Unfortunately, this place doesn't have much in the way of preservatives, so I can't really carry the ingredients with me all the time.
I see.
I get up from the table and say, thank you for the meal. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll retire for the night.
Antonius just watches you go with sadness in his eyes.
Retire? I didn't think she had a job.
Not that kind of retire, you oaf.
Just raises an eyebrow at the comment. Alright.
I think I will take my leave as well. And then Antonius gets up and leaves. And then before he exits the room, he just looks at all of you guys and is like, you guys can use any of the spare rooms you need. You can, if you need any more rations for tomorrow, you may have them. If you can find anything. The rats ate most of the rations.
This dude's got rats in his palace?
More like a villa than a palace.
Oh. This dude's got rats in his villa? I think it still stands. I will also go to the sleep.
I guess I'll sleep too.
Zach and Roxanne hear, coming from Orpheus's room, it seems like Orpheus shouting, "Wake up! Wake up!" For 6 seconds it happens. It's not a loop.
Is this at night or like during the morning?
The morning, when everyone wakes up, you hear a thump, presumably a butt hitting the floor.
Well, Zach knocks on your door and goes, "Bruh, I think you're the only one still asleep."
Ugh. Hold on. You hear, it's the last time I try that. And, or I eventually come out, rubbing my lower back, just like.
So what's the deal? Psychotic break, night terrors, what was happening there?
No, I hold up the little orb that I, tinkered with to emit light and an odor before. And I said, this time I tried to not oversleep by setting this to a 6-second recording of my voice yelling at myself to wake up.
So you made an alarm clock and then scared yourself out of bed.
Apparently, yes.
All right.
I still have yet to figure out the perfect solution for regulating my own sleep, because either I sleep too much or too little.
Welcome to life, buddy. Nobody ever really fixes that.
You just hear,
I one time saw a really great video. It was about a guy talking about how the him that always slept too much was absolutely exhausted. And then he met the him that never slept enough, absolutely exhausted. Then he finally met the him that always slept the right amount. They asked him how it was. They said, terrible, I'm always exhausted. Some funny stuff.
But video? It's too early for me to comprehend time displacement.
So hard talking to you people, he says as he rubs his head and walks away.
So Antonius, I keep saying Antonios.
Antonioso.
Antonius comes downstairs and sees you guys, and he notices the tree is not there, and he's just kind of sad, and he looks defeated.
Did you freaking leave? Tyler, you better not.
I've not left. I can tell you that much.
Zach's walking through home place. He's like, "He better come back soon. I mean, I made breakfast."
She.
No, she better come back soon. I made breakfast.
What did you make?
Just the regular stuff: bacon, eggs. Also made some sausage.
Antonio thanks you, and he says he'll be back. I'm going to go for a walk in the garden. They have a garden right outside in their backyard. A nice little flower garden. Nice path.
How much you guys want to bet the garden's overrun because the gardener quit?
3 gold.
Ooh, that's an expensive bet. Out of character there.
Hmm?
Out of character, that's an expensive bet.
No, I'm betting that they are.
That is still expensive. 3 gold is a lot.
You could
I know,
buy
'cause I'm pretty
150
confident.
bars of soap with that.
Are you guys going to go see if the garden is destroyed?
Yep.
Sure.
If everyone else is going, I will too.
That I had already started eating, but then when I see everyone leaving, I just get up and follow.
Zach's totally walking over there just with a plate of food. He's still holding it.
Oh, yes.
Well, when
She's
you get,
mattered enough to leave the plate.
He's not. He'll make the food, but he didn't learn the manners to eat it.
well, when you guys get outside, you see the garden still standing.
Oh, the gardener didn't do it.
And you see Antonio's attending some of the plants.
Oh, he's
Damn,
not
one thing he's
useless.
good at.
He notices you guys and just sighs, like, what are you guys even doing here?
We want to know if the gardener quit. We didn't know you took up the job.
There was never a gardener. This is my garden.
You know, I've always found the idea of gardening to be pleasant, but if only it was similar to what I used to do. But I always worked with the mechanical, not the organic.
Mechanical being similar to gardening.
You have to spend a lot of time doing a bunch of little things when you're creating something from scratch.
I
Whether-
guess that makes sense.
Whether living, dead, or artificial.
To be fair, isn't the human creating the plant?
That too. Neither is it the human creating the metal. We just shape it, mold it, make it into something, guide it into something new, perhaps better one day.
Better is subject to opinion.
If it improves the lives of others through convenience or sentimentality, then I'd argue that it's fairly objective.
So where's Atria? Isn't she supposed to be here?
Are you actually going to go look, or?
Does he care enough?
I'm concerned. I don't know where she would go, though. I've never been here before, and I don't know her well enough to know where she would go. Otherwise, I would go check on her.
Out of character, I have shit perception, so I'm not gonna try.
Maybe she's in the kitchen eating the rest of the pie.
I think
You remember that she barely ate at all last night.
Okay,
Gonna tend to find her. I don't know if that finds her.
I'm going to just go back into the house, take a piece of pie out of what's left, put it on a plate, go up wherever to was Atria's room upstairs.
You don't know. You just saw her leave the dining room.
Since I don't know, I'm at every stop. I'm gonna stop at every door. I'm going to knock and make a perception check.
I don't know if you have to make a perception check at every door. She can just answer.
The perception check is to see if I can suss out and hear her, so I don't have to. But continued failure means I continue knocking on every door.
Anyone else look with that 10 right now being the highest?
So, rule clarification. A check, such as a perception check, represents your entire efforts to look for something. You cannot keep making one until you succeed. If you make a perception check to look for something, it represents every effort you make. So if you fail a perception check, you had no luck finding it.
Okay. Well, then let me make my perception check, and that will, I guess, determine if I have to...
Start opening doors.
Yeah. My perception's the same as, it's a +3.
That's better.
Okay, yeah, you find Tria standing outside of what appears to be a study with one hand resting against the door frame and just kind of looking at a faraway object, not really focusing on anything. You can see bags underneath her eyes, and her hair is slightly disheveled.
I take a deep breath and forgive me for my assumption, but who were they to you?
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Who were they to you? Who did this study belong to?
It was my parents. I guess it's mine now.
I walk up, put a hand on Atria's shoulder. I have been through exactly this.
I doubt that.
My parents died suddenly when I was just old enough to remember that they loved me.
Oh.
When my grandfather passed, it was time to finally visit my old home and put old ghosts to rest and grieve.
Well, I wish I could get rid of this old ghost, but I still see her hanging there.
I'm sorry for your loss. It's never easy.
Are the others up? What time is it?
Yes, it's mid-morning.
Go tell the others I'll be down shortly. Need a few moments to prepare.
I brought you some pie.
Thank you, I'm not hungry.
Well, you change your mind. I'll keep this one safe for you.
She turns and you see her walk down a hallway and then take a bend around the corner.
After she's gone, I sigh and mutter, "Damnable hypocrite."
What do you say?
I'm muttering. No one's there to hear me mutter to myself that I'm a damnable hypocrite. Because I haven't really let it go either. I haven't let my old ghost rest. I come back down the stairs. Who is down the stairs right now?
Probably everyone.
Okay. She'll be down as soon as she can. Just give her a moment. And I look specifically at Roxanne when I say this, holding the slice of pie, and no one touch this.
I swallow the food that's in my mouth and go, "Why are you looking at me?"
Careful, guys. Wars have been started over food before.
Anyway, shortly after this conversation, you do see Atria walking down the stairs. Her hair actually fixed again, though everyone can tell just by looking at her that she obviously did not sleep at all with the giant bags underneath her eyes.
I guess we're headed out today. Gotta get to those there ruins, I suppose.
Yep.
Stormborn, you mean?
Those are the ones, I think.
Do you remember anything from the last 6 days?
I barely remember anything. This place is a lot to take in at once. Remember, all of this is new to me.
That is fair. But yeah, we'll be heading more north, slightly east.
Alright then.
Alright. Let's head out as soon as everyone's done then.
So Antonia's, he goes and sees you guys off. He doesn't try to say anything to Atria. He knows he is lost. He's just sad.
Before leaving, I say to Antonius, if you see Draven or Hedja, please tell them I said hello and wish them well.
I will.
With that, she gets back in the carriage and starts directing the way they need to go. She's not driving.
Before I leave, I lock eyes with Antonius and say, for whatever it's worth, I apologize for our first encounters.
It's fine. I can tell we're all stressed about something.
She'll be in good hands. I promise you that.
I hope so. And with that, you guys are on your way.
Yep.
Through the fields. So you guys are in the wagon and you're heading towards Asteel, and about a day's ride out, you guys hit a huge river with a bridge over it, but the bridge looks like it may not hold the wagon.
Do we want to find an alternative route?
Since I'm familiar with the area, do I know of an alternative way?
You would.
I'd go ahead and suggest it.
Alright.
So the alternative way is to go more north, and then the river gets more shallow, and it's possible for the wagon to pass through it.
That'd
feel
probably
like
be the
both
best bet then.
I feel like, out of character, I feel like both of these are traps.
They are!
Or not. You don't know.
Before we go, this alternate route, I would like to examine the bridge with an investigation check, see if I can tell if the bridge just sort of fell due to eroding, or did someone
intention.
knock out the bridge?
Okay. Go right ahead.
I'll try as well. Nope.
Not you, though. Oh!
Oh, not 20.
Man.
We know.
Okay, let me know what you know.
He activated his what is it called from the Batman games? The detective vision.
The detective vision. That's in a few games.
I mean, it's a bridge. It's an artificial structure. I'm an
So-
artificial. I know something about it.
You can tell that it obviously wasn't human done, but something had it looks like something ran into the side of it.
Oh.
So an animal big and heavy enough to knock out the entire bridge.
At least damage
knock
it.
out the entire bridge.
Yeah.
Would like to then follow it up with a survival check to see if I can, with that knowledge, spot any tracks on the alternative path we have to go.
How about I help you out?
Yay, friendship. Okay.
Okay, 21 or 21.
It didn't matter.
It did not.
Any
So-
tracks?
Any tracks?
Yeah, see if I can find.
He's looking signs
Something.
for whatever did this.
You don't really see any tracks per se. You just there's some scrounges in the mud, but it's not really tracks because the water's washed most of it away. But they're deep-ish, so it's probably something not normal sized.
Okay.
And probably aquatic in the river.
Yeah,
Or
because
a
it looks like
burrower.
it came from the river. It didn't look like it come from the land
It could also be a burrower.
or that.
I let everyone know what I've found and urge caution as we take the alternative route.
Alright.
Well, if it's that big, we should notice it, right?
Don't be so sure.
Did you notice the dragon?
Yes, it was in the sky.
Before or after it attacked?
I didn't exist here before.
Yeah, you did. You were here for 30 minutes.
Well, I just popped into a brand new world. What's your excuse?
I'm making a point that just because it's big doesn't mean it's obvious to see.
She's got you there, Zach.
Alright, fine, let's just go.
Agreed.
So, northward.
Yes. Okay, so you guys are back on the road going up north. You're following the river. You see some trees are falling down into the river, but it doesn't really slow the river too much. And then you get to a part of the river that's pretty wide, and there's some rocks here and there, but it's pretty shallow. It looks like you guys can cross the river. And does anyone want to make any checks?
Yep.
Yeah.
Perception.
Perception check.
I also got a 17 perception.
See if I can better recognize any tracks. 14.
You said more better, Xander.
Yeah, apologies. I'm sick. I don't have all my faculties.
Well, Zach and Alexia notice that since the water has thinned out, that the tracks haven't really been washed away, and they look like giant frog prints.
So guys, the rats are pretty big here. I guess that means the frogs are too? Pointing at the water.
What check would it be to see if they're nearby?
It would be that perception check.
Okay. So yeah, are they nearby?
Oh, so it would be your perception checks you already wrote.
I made a survival check.
Actually, his survival check would in this scenario would cover similar stuff.
It would?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you guys feel the earth shake a little.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopping out of the wagon, getting sword ready.
Same. Yep. Well, not sword, but
Can't say I've ever punched a frog, but it's first time for everything.
Don't catch warts.
I'm not going to jump down from the wagon yet. I'm going to stay up top and have my crossbow at the ready.
Zach looks super concerned for saying, he goes, wait, the warts aren't supersized too, are they?
Not everything here is supersized. We have normal sized frogs as well as big frogs.
And normal sized rats.
I'm just saying, all I've seen is the big one so far.
And maybe we're just unlucky.
Maybe it's your luck.
I feel like that sums this group up pretty well.
So looking for frogs.
Do I get an advantage because I recognized the tracks earlier?
Sure.
All right. I forgot to do the K1, so
What is that for,
Well.
Tyler?
thank you for that advantage because I need to try to beat that 5 I just rolled. Yeah, no.
So, did you guys jump out of the cart already to investigate stuff, or are you still in
did.
it? Okay,
I'm still in the cart.
then you guys are on the edge
I'm
of it.
still on the
I'm out of the cart.
Okay,
I would
I have a
definitely
range
be
weapon,
out of the
so I'm
cart.
still out of the cart.
okay. So, get yourselves out where you are going to be on the bank. The bank is where you guys are, where the carriage is.
Oh, you need me to get out of the cart because I was
Well,
staying on.
I mean, if you're in the car, that's fine, but I don't know how you notice his tracks and stuff if you're in the cart.
Oh, I guess I would have gotten back into the cart because it's an elevated position.
Okay.
I have a crossbow. Not very good with melee.
I'm out of the cart because I don't want the horses to get spooked.
You can see they're getting the horses are getting nervous with the small little rumbling.
Roxanne, be calming the horses, please.
Better than you
Okay.
did last time.
I know, right? Okay. Let me roll my animal handling.
Nice.
They're
There
fine.
you go.
We did it.
They're like, what rumbling?
These horses are gonna fight with us.
Yeah. The horses are fine. They're all good. You hear big splashes coming from where you guys have not been yet. So you guys see a giant frog hopping your way. However, it doesn't notice you.
Wait, Roxanne, roll animal handling again.
On the frog?
I was joking, but if you want to just stealth, we can do that too.
The frog hasn't noticed us. Why fight it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was panicked until it was said it didn't notice us, and now I'm just like,
Oh, okay. He lives here.
As long as Zach doesn't say anything.
I'm covering his mouth.
We should all roll stealth checks, see if it doesn't notice us.
Yeah, that's true.
So everybody roll a stealth check.
Okay. Yeah, everyone roll a stealth check to see if.
What'd you say, Tyler?
I agree with the stealth check, even though I'll be bad at it.
I'll put the frog back.
yeah, like
Alright.
nothing's fair at the very least.
Oh Lord.
I had a
Oh.
+6, but I rolled a 1.
I'm
Oh,
covering your mouth, by the way. I was serious about that. So, if that helps at all.
I don't think it would in that case. 'Cause
You
he had
can't,
one.
in this situation, you can't give a help action.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I think we're fighting this frog.
Okay. So you guys had stepped out of the wagon and noticed, a couple of you have stepped out of the wagon and noticed that there was some tracks in the mud from this river that has not washed it away because the river's much lower here. You hear a little bit of rumbling, and when you look to the left, you guys see a giant frog hopping your way. When the giant frog hops a little bit closer to you, you see that its right eye has been slashed long ago, so it's blind in the right eye. As it hops along, you guys try to be quiet. However,
I still
Zach
haven't
rolling
rolled.
a 1,
I
he
haven't-
sneezes so loud, he pushes Alexia away, so Alexia stumbles forward, and Zach falls down on his butt, causing a loud commotion. The frog, hearing the loud commotion, turns to you guys, and now sees you.
Zach looks at Alexia and goes, "What is your hand made of, pollen? Oh my gosh."
Because of Zach's horrendous sneeze and falling to his butt, the frog turns and sees you humans or human-like creatures and licks his eye. He is very hungry, and you guys can tell that he likes to eat people.
Fun.
Everyone can go ahead and roll their initiative. So the first up to battle the giant frog is Alexia. So Alexia, what do you do against this frog?
Should I use spell slots opinions?
Probably.
It
Okay.
is a giant frog.
I'm gonna do chaos bolt. Do we hit the frog?
You do.
Oh.
Oh.
It's big and apparently not hard to miss.
Okay, so it's 2d8 plus 1d6, so I'm gonna have to do that.
That's some
And I
damage.
choose. Yep, that's what I chose it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was a 1.
So 7
And
Plus
yeah,
6.
plus what? How much?
1d6.
Okay, 1d6.
So you gotta
And
roll.
can we do like a nature check to see if it's weak to anything?
You can, but that's an action.
What would a frog be weak to? Given actual frogs, cold or acid, but I
Do you
don't have.
get-
I
you
get
get
so
to
basically I get to choose one of the d8s and that number is the damage type. So it's either fire or force.
I'd say fire.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be fire, and it's so
So 12.
12. Yeah, 12. 12 fire damage.
Okie dokie. It's still
Iron
alive.
fried amphibians out.
So I will say 5e doesn't have a whole lot of monsters that are weak to stuff.
I mean, they have
Mine
plenty
will
of
try.
monsters that are resistant to stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Who's up next?
It's a tria.
So I'm going to move forward. That's my max movement there. I'm going to attempt to throw a javelin into its other eye. Is there any modifier for that since I'm trying to throw it into its eye?
Called shots aren't a thing in 5e.
Okay.
So that's all. Where you throw your javelin is flavor, unless you have certain feats, which I know you can get for like crossbow expert, allows you to do stuff like that too.
Well, I'm pretty sure I hit, so
Yes, a tria hits with a 19.
that will be d6 plus 3. 5 piercing.
5 piercing.
Yep.
Still alive.
And that is me.
Okay. Next up is Roxanne.
Well, I'm gonna shoot it.
Now I'm gonna shoot it. What's your range? Do you need to move?
My range.
Yeah, how far away is it actually?
Its nose is about 45 feet away from Brittany.
It should be with
But
the
it's
weapon.
a crossbow, so wouldn't a crossbow be?
I have a crossbow, so it's 83. It says 80/320. I don't know.
Yeah.
what
So
the-
she's within her normal range
Yeah, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Then I'm
second
gonna roll
number
to
is-
attack.
for disadvantage.
You hit it.
Oh,
Was
I
it
was like,
12?
did that hit?
Yep, it hits it.
I was concerned.
This
Let's
thing has
see.
bad AC. I guess it is a big frog, hard to miss.
That's true.
Okay, so how much was it? 7 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So Roxanne does 7 damage to this frog. Do you want to roleplay where you hit it?
In the nose.
She gave it a nose piercing. Now it's a rebel frog.
Okay, it's still alive. Mr. Zach, you're up. What will you do?
So I'm gonna go there and then ready in action to attack it if it gets close, because I have no ranged.
Okay, frog's turn. Mr. Man-Eating Froggy decides to hop a tria. It's gonna try and eat you.
I do get to hit it though, because it moved closer and triggered my ready to action.
Okay, then go ahead.
Your ready action goes off first. You do not need to
Rawr. Oh my gosh. I'm guessing a 9 does not hit it.
It does not hit it.
I somehow missed this giant frog.
Yes, you did.
Sad.
You poor thing. So, let's see if the frog gets to attack Tria.
Oh.
Does an 18 hit?
Yeah. that'll
Okay.
hit.
Okay, then. So the frog jumps over. So it first does...
It's
Okay.
no, it's not done. That's just the initial damage. Now it does,
you have 1 HP left.
now
You
it
did 12
does,
damage.
another one for poison damage.
Oh no.
So, it does another, D10.
Poison damage?
Yeah, it's a poisonous frog.
Oh, great.
Oh, this is gonna be a KO.
Is it time? The tree is gonna die.
She may die. Oh my gosh! Do you die?
So that's gonna be -7. So yeah, that'd be an instant death.
I'm just gonna say you go down to 0.
Okay.
That it has to take an attack while he's at 0.
Yeah. It just immediately goes to 0 and you're just at 0.
Like they have to attack you while you're down.
Yep. But he's on top of you. So,
Well, I'm unconscious,
yep.
Okay.
drowning in a very shallow river.
Oh gosh. Someone better do something, which is Orpheus's turn.
Zach's like, well, that's what happens when you don't eat.
I'm unconscious. I can't hear this.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Orpheus.
Oh boy, what am I?
Save her.
I
Somehow.
I have to touch her to do cure wounds. I don't have healing word, unfortunately.
Can you get there?
I can try to kill it faster.
I have healing word. I can heal her during my turn.
Cool. All right. Let's use a first level spell. Any loose boulders or loose pebbles in the water?
Yes.
Rocks. I say boulders.
Definitely.
All right. I take a tool off my belt, look at the river, see a thing I can hurl at it. I point spellcasting implement at it and gesture as if I'm trying to throw it to the frog. And I'm sending a rock, catapulting off of the ground and gonna try to careen into the frog's other eye. It needs to make a dex save.
I don't think it did.
Do I get double damage because it crit failed?
Yes, you get double damage
Alright,
because it got a
cool.
1.
The normal damage is 3d8 bludgeoning damage. So now,
68.
I guess that's 68.
Wow.
28
Oh.
damage. As it smashes, shatters into its other eye.
Smashing.
So yeah, the rock flying at the frog goes and it somehow explodes the head of the frog. The frog is dead.
Still drowning.
Wait,
now he's just gonna.
Wait,
now
wait,
she's
John.
got a dead frog on her.
Yeah,
How many spell slots you got?
I've got 2. That was my first one of the day.
Hey, Erica, how fast is this river?
Okay, so
It's not so
okay,
fast
we
in
better-
this area.
Yeah,
Okay.
how much?
I'm there now.
I'm using my move action, by the way, to
Zach's gonna grab her by the armor and start dragging her towards the shore.
Yeah,
And
I'm
probably...
gonna help you. I'm gonna help you.
Okay.
I'm gonna heal you.
Yeah.
I'm here. Hi.
I don't know that there's anything I can do in this moment except keep the horses calm.
Yeah.
Healing word. Yay.
As frog explodes.
Yeah, I'm sure they're pretty riled by that.
Healing word. So
Lucky
1d4.
crit fail on a dex save.
6. You're up to 6.
Woo!
I can't heal anymore. That's all my spell slots.
I can heal myself a bit.
Now that she's conscious.
I have spare the dying and I have healing word.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the sun is setting anyway, so you'll probably be making camp soon.
Not in
Well-
the river.
I suggest you do not be near the river.
Yeah, let's...
Yeah, no, we're getting
cross
away from the river.
first.
We're getting away from the river.
You guys all get back in the wagon and you ride across the river going over some
Yeah.
frog guts as you go. Exactly. It doesn't take you guys too long and you guys don't get stuck or anything. So you get on the other side of the river and you keep heading into the fields that are beyond the river. So whenever you guys
Yeah.
want to stop to make camp.
Wherever there's tall grass in the fields, let's sleep there so we can hide.
Okay, sounds like a plan. So you guys come up to some tall grass, and you guys make yourself a little camp in it.
Zach
okay?
makes some nondescript food that nobody can make a big deal out of.
Yeah, you guys didn't fish at that river, so you have no fish. So you just have
Yeah.
the rations.
Looks like it's rations tonight. Crunch.
Crunch.
You hear Roxanne murmur to herself real low, I wanted Zach's cooking.
I just made a frog explode, and I'm just grateful I didn't get any of it on me.
Or did you?
Now, Zach, on the other hand, and Atria
Yeah.
does have some frog on them.
I do not. I was in a bath.
Yeah.
Yes, I
I
will.
guess that's true. Zach, did you wash off any of that when you were in the
I guess I would have.
You're more aware now than when you were when you fought the rats.
Yeah.
I've grown so much since then.
I'm gonna use my other spell slot to cast an alarm spell.
Don't. We don't know what else lives in the tall grass.
The alarm spell is it sets a perimeter around our camp so that if anything that's not us approaches it.
Oh, I thought you meant that alarm thing you did already.
Oh.
No, this is an actual ritual.
Okay.
Like, I don't even have to use a spell slot. It has the ritual tag. I just take an extra 10 minutes and do it.
So we are alarmed.
We can all get some sleep.
After the events that just transpired.
Gotta sleep off an exploding frog.
And this alarm sounds like a grandfather clock, but with the intensity of a bell tower bell.
So it's really loud.
Can't wait for a squirrel to set that off.
Yeah. No, I can specify what creatures do not. Like, I can specify it as we do not, tiny, insignificant, squirrels and bugs do not. Like, giant frogs, giant, hostile animals, they can do it. Like, I can specify when I cast a spell, and I do.
So the sun rises on you guys. The night went fine. And you get back in the wagon and you head back on your journey. A couple days go by and nothing traumatic happens. No more giant frogs trying to eat you. Pretty good.
Like that's our standard of good.
No giant frogs trying to eat us today. I think we did all right.
Exactly. One of the days, it's in the middle of the day, and you guys come across fog as far as your eyes can see, and you guys head into it. And it's so foggy that you can't see but like 2 feet in front of you.
Should we just make camp here and wait for it to pass?
We don't know how long this area stays foggy, though.
True, but it's better than trying to drive a horse and basically while we're blind.
Can I make an Arcana check and see if this fog is being generated?
Yes?
I'd like to do that as well.
Go ahead.
All right. Arcana is one of the ones I'm good at.
Still rolls a 1. I'm joking.
Please don't. Erica, I hate you.
Well, it's not a 1.
It's not a 1.
Okay, thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Okay. So
I'd be
Orpheus...
very disappointed if I didn't.
So Orpheus noticed that it's not normal fog, but it's not... You know it's not a spell for this fog, you just know
But
that
it's not natural.
Yeah, it's not a natural fog.
Alright, I'm assuming you're going to communicate this.
Yes, absolutely. This is not supposed to be this foggy. Something like this fog is unnatural.
What we do for... Will be like investigation or perception to like look around, or what is it?
Searching for something's investigation.
Okay.
Yep,
I'd like to do an investigation.
I will do that too.
Same.
Do I get advantage because I sussed out?
Oh my god, I almost landed on 17.
You poor thing.
Just
I'm
forgot the
going to-
one.
The dice hate me today.
I'm going to get out of the cart, grab the reins of the horses, and lead the horses, since trying to drive from back here is going to be a nightmare.
Alright, I'm gonna say everyone keep at least in touch with the cart so we don't get separated.
Yeah.
Keep like in contact with the cart.
I'm in contact with the horses. They're in contact with the cart. That counts.
Yes, the good counts.
Okay, do I get advantage because my Arcana check sussed out the unnatural fog?
No.
Okay.
That was my investigation.
No. Brittany got an unnatural 20.
Oh, so she got 18 plus 2?
Yeah.
Okay,
And my investigation is a
Is it?
natural
Is it?
20.
Oh, wow.
We know everything.
Alright, Sherlock Holmes, calm down.
Okay, so what exactly was this supposed to do?
He's investigating, trying to figure out what's going on, basically, right?
Okay, well, what's going on?
Yeah, like, is there somebody creating this nearby? Are we being, like, are there signs of whatever is causing it?
Anywhere from, if I kneel down, I can see the ground as we're traveling, like...
Thought-gathering process.
Yeah.
Even just the quickest way out.
Alright, pause real quick.
Okay.
I thought Cinder said the fuck gathering around us. So...
Yes!
Beware of the mystical fuck gathering around us.
Oh no!
That's a
the
new
name
spell.
of-
So, Orpheus notices that the fog seems to be generating in, like, different like it's moving. Like, the source of the fog is moving.
I knew it. We're fighting the
And-
fog.
And you're never able, you keep going, but you're still not able to get out.
So the fog is following us, basically.
And you guys then hear moans in the fog.
Oh no.
I immediately am going to use my ability, which is Divine Sense, to see if there's any celestial fiend or undead with it nearby.
You do not detect any of that.
Zach does go, so moaning, are zombies a thing here?
Zombies
Yes.
are impure.
Yeah, though they're not undead. I can tell you that.
The zombies aren't undead? Then what are they?
The noises
No,
aren't
the
undead.
noises aren't from the undead.
Oh, I think I've heard about this. I've heard of certain fey creatures enthralling, living beings with fog.
Oh.
And a fey creature is...
Hey, Erica, can I roll for, investigation for that?
You can roll an investigation, yes.
That would, for a fey or something, I feel like that'd still be an arcana check, wouldn't it?
I mean,
Yeah.
then if you want to see if it's a fae.
Yeah, fey is governed by arcana.
Okay. Forgot what my investigation thing was again. Or no, not investigation arcana. Dang. I know how to words.
I can try to roll a history check to see if I can.
Frickin' heck.
13.
Remember,
It's above average.
Yeah, you know it's not a fae.
Okay, it's not a fae.
Okay.
Ain't no fey.
Then at this point, I'm lost. I have no idea.
Do you want to see if does anyone make a check to see if they can tell where it's coming from, what direction?
I mean,
Oh, I guess I could
What-
do that.
That's
Yeah,
would be perception. Yeah.
There is multiple moans, so
I'm just going to keep trying to guide
so
the
Zach
horses.
doesn't know where you guys even are.
That's
Are
not
you
Zach.
sure there's moaning? I don't
Wait,
hear
okay.
anything.
Okay.
Wait, I think I still have frog bits in my ears.
Oh my god.
Wow.
How do you have frog bits in your ears?
So Roxanne also gets a one. So
I'm gonna
Double
try
one.
even though I can't do anything.
It's a 1.
Yeah, so
It's a 5.
What
we
would that
know
be?
shit.
So-
We're all gonna die.
you just hear it all around you. Like you have no idea where it's coming from. What
Alright,
direction?
everyone backs to the cart.
If I could suss out where it was coming from, would that be a further arcana check or an investigation check?
I guess investigation check.
All right.
Well,
Either
my
way,
investigation's a 17.
Oh, Tyler's is and then 18. Okay, so both Atria and Orpheus realize that it is coming from 3 directions. So one's coming directly towards you, towards the cart. One's coming from about a 45-degree angle from the top, and one is coming from another 45-degree angle from the bottom. Those are where the moans are coming from.
I'm going to immediately throw the reins over the horses to Roxanne and say, take the horses. They are coming.
and I'm going to ready my crossbow. I think we should step out of the cart in case Roxanne can't calm the horses this time.
Yes, step out of the cart.
While I roll my animal handling.
I mean, not stand in front of the horses.
Yeah.
So
No
while
one trusts me.
So while all of you are getting out of the cart, getting ready, the moans
Uh-oh.
keep coming closer and closer, and eventually you guys see.
Did I calm the horses with my 9?
So far, you guys
No.
only see 3 Grimlocks.
What are Grimlocks?
I don't know what that is
Oh
either.
dear. May I, before we get into initiative, may I make a knowledge check on Grimlocks?
Wouldn't that be an action? But yeah, I guess. if
We're
you-
not in
Outside of
initiative.
combat, it doesn't matter.
Oh, then yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Grimlocks, I think, is just monstrosities are still nature checks.
I think so.
So that's +3.
Because they're still
Less
natural.
good.
I'm gonna. I'll try to do a nature check as well.
13.
So what do we know based on a 13, basically?
Okay.
Thank you.
Actually,
Tanner
Brittany,
will
do you
get-
have nature?
Not a lot.
Brittany, do you have nature stuff?
I do. You want me to roll?
Please.
Okay, so Orpheus knows that they are blind, and that's all he knows.
Okay, yeah.
Dang, I just want to know if they have weaknesses.
We'd have to get a higher roll to know.
I
that.
know.
Anyways, initiative?
Yes.
Yep.
And you guys still are hearing moaning in the fog. So
Oh.
you know there's
Aw.
more. Just gonna go ahead and tell you guys that now. You know there's more. So, Zach, you go first in taming these beasts of Grimlocks.
Alright, I guess so I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna hit this boy. Does an 11 hit him?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Oh.
That's reassuring.
I just do like a sidestep into that spot and just thwack him across the face with my right hand, which has my chain on it. 5 damage.
Okay, still alive.
I hit him with the right hand, then I do like a sway motion and then hit him with my left. I know a 12 hits him because the 11 hit him. Alright, and then another 5 damage.
It's still alive.
Crap. Just took 2 thwacks to the face.
You did minimum damage twice in a
Yep,
row.
I rolled 2 ones on 2 different dice.
And it is still alive. Now it is Roxanne's turn.
I guess I'll aim at, is the one directly in front of us 1 or 2?
2.
That's 2.
2. I guess I'll aim at 2 since Orpheus has a better shot on 3.
Sounds good.
Here we go.
You hit.
Awesome. Ooh.
What
I
do you-
did it right that time, right? Did I roll the right die?
Yes.
Okay. I was
It
like,
was a D8,
I got a
right,
good
Sammy?
roll. I thought I messed it up.
What? Yeah, it's a D8 for her
okay.
damage.
So it is still alive.
And damage on Grimlock 2.
And now it is Alexia's turn.
Do y'all want me to save my spell slots for healing or attack?
I think healing at this low level.
Healing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just do crossbow.
We know there's more coming.
I'll do
Save your slots.
crossbow towards number 1.
Alexia rolls a 10. She does not hit the Grimlock. Now it
I'm
is
gonna-
Grimlock 1.
After I roll the hit, I'm gonna like back up one though.
Okay. So Alexia backs up. It is now Grimlock 1's turn, right next to Jack, and he is going to try and hit you with his bone club. Does a 13 hit?
Negative.
It doesn't? Oh, he said. He goes, oh.
After my sway with a punch, I just sway under his club. By the way, I'm going to say this. I think Atria is the only one that would notice this. But if you watch Zach fight, it is very obvious he is not a man who has ever been trained to fight. It is all things he's learned from his own experience. So it's very efficient, but very inelegant.
Well,
Okay.
you're behind the tree, so she sees none of it.
Well, you've seen him fight before.
So, it is Grimlock 2's turn. He hears people. He's actually going to go "Wow," over here to Zach as well because he hears that. He goes where he can hear. Then he tries to hit you.
Negative.
A 14 doesn't hit your AC?
Nope.
My goodness.
I am hard to hit. I'm very mobile.
So this Grimlock goes and has it coming down on your head, and you just sidestep.
Oh, you gotta be quicker than that.
Okay, now it is Orpheus's turn.
Okay. Orpheus first looks towards the ground. Are there any pebbles on the ground?
No.
I will shoot my crossbow at Grimlock 3. Wait, why am I doing a shooty thing? I have cantrips. I'm gonna take a little lens off of my pouch, sort of. I'm gonna twirl it between my fingers, and as it stops, out comes a streak of flame, a firebolt launching at Grimlock 3. 5. No.
Nope.
A bolt of fire whizzes by. Yep.
Okay, Atria, it is your turn.
Atreya will turn and approach Grimlock 3, and with her giant curved sword, make a downward slash at it.
A 15 hits.
All right. 10 damage.
Okay, it's still alive.
A lot of 10s popping up.
And as Atria comes down on it, cuts off its arm, you hear more moaning and 3 more show up.
Is there more moaning after that?
Well, like you hear moaning of new ones coming at you. Like they got close, like the moanings got closer and closer, and now you see 3 more. So a 4th one shows up above Alexia and near Zach. Yeah, so a 5th one comes close to Orpheus and Atria. So it is Grimlock 3's turn. Since Atria just attacked him and cut off his arm, he moaned in agony. And he attacks you with his bone club. Spiked bone club. Does a 14 hit?
Nope.
Oh my goodness, none of these can hit anything. Making me upset. Okay.
I mean, you're attacking the really mobile dude and the girl in all
I
armor.
know what I'm doing. It's because you guys are the ones there and making noise. Okay. So, it is now Zach's turn.
Alright. So first thing Zach's going to do is, I don't know if this will work, but he's going to look at the new one that showed up since I'm assuming Orpheus said that they were blind. He's going to be like, hey, douche nozzle over here! And then turn and keep attacking the one in front of him. First dude, I'm attacking the same way I attacked before, number 1. 16, I'm assuming that hits.
And you're hitting number 1, correct?
Number 1.
Okay.
9 damage.
It does. You
Just
hit it.
Absolutely bust his nose in.
Cool.
You hit it and it goes and dies.
And the other one gets a swift kick to the gut.
And that one's number 2.
Number 2 gets a swift kick to the gut.
It definitely
22.
Do at least 9 damage.
Negative. I did 5 damage.
It
Hey.
does.
It dies?
It does.
So
it has
it's
at
been
least
hit
hit-
already.
Oh, I didn't realize that would have been hit already. All
yeah,
right.
it's already been hit.
Oh, you hit it.
I hit that one.
Well, then I
Yeah,
kick
I
your
hit it
arrow
right
all the way through.
How am I getting it back now?
Came out the other side.
So those 2 are gone. Now it is Roxanne's turn.
Call me the cleanup crew.
Going on the assumption it won't go after Alexia because Zach made noise. I'm gonna attack number 5.
12.
It
Awesome.
hits.
8 demos.
And it's number 5 you are hitting for 8 damage. Still alive. Now it is Grimlock 4's turn, the one above Alexia. It heard Zach though. So it's going over there. So the Grimlock 4 goes right to Zach and tries to hit you.
Bring it on, you big dumb oaf.
Of course not.
There's a lot of ones in this game.
It just trips and falls on its face.
It goes to hit me and I just sidestep and it trips over my boot. I'm like, alright.
Yeah, it's fell on its face.
Prone them.
Now it is Alexia's turn.
All right. So what? Sorry, what is number 4 at? Or has it been hit yet? Rather.
No, number 4 has not been hit.
Okay. I'm getting confused with so many of them. I'm gonna try to shoot it.
Went on its face.
Clarification, it is actually prone, right? It actually fell?
Yeah, it fell.
Okay, you get disadvantage to shoot it then if you're not within 5 feet.
Disadvantage?
Yep, a prone enemy has cover.
Melee attacks get advantage.
Yep.
Ranged attacks get disadvantage.
Fine, I'm going after 5 now.
You hit it.
Do at least 10 damage.
Oh my god.
Exactly 10 damage.
Well, the 10 damage
Max.
murders it.
It just gets a bolt straight through the head.
So Grimlock 5 is dead.
What else was it shot with, if anything? 5 was shot with.
2 crossbow bolts. That was it.
Yep. What was the first? How much damage did the first one do?
I did 5 at first, and then Samantha
Okay.
did 10. The ones that have died so far, they've gotten at least 15 damage each.
Okay.
Did Brittany just do math?
She did.
Yeah, I paid attention. That's why I kept saying do at least this much. That's why I told you to do at least 9 because I knew that would kill it. But then you did 5 and it killed it, so I knew that it was 15.
Okay.
Utterly astonished.
It is,
Great.
with Grimlock 5 dead, it is now Orpheus's turn.
How much damage did you do to the one facing you, Tria?
10.
All right.
So do 5.
So, yeah. All right. I guess better guarantee is to shoot it with a crossbow than try to shoot it with a firebolt again. So crossbow bolts at number 3, I guess it is still. All right, cool. So that's-
15.
15 hits it.
Yep.
We figured out a lot of things without doing any kind of perception checks.
There we go.
That's happens when you pay attention. Oh, there's a lot of the
6
same thing.
damage.
You murder it.
Arrow in the skull. or bolt in the skull.
That was the third one. Now, all you have left is number 4.
I
Can we
am
tell
going
him?
to use my movement to. I'm gonna climb back up to the cart so I can see over to Zach and Alexia's side.
And then it is Atria's turn.
Seeing the one fall as a crossbow bolt goes into its neck, I will turn around, move beside Zach, and attempt to attack the one that's on the ground in front of him.
Does he get an advantage?
Yep, he gets
Yeah,
advantage
I
because
do.
it's a melee against a prone target.
Oh, I forgot to add my plus
Oh,
5.
okay.
Yeah, it's 15.
So it's 15.
Yep, 15.
You hit.
For 10 damage.
It's alive.
So many 10s.
Yeah. So now it is Roxanne's. No, it is Zach's turn.
All right.
Skipping him.
Trying to skip me. I'm just gonna A-Town stomp this thing. Just bash in its skull.
Just don't miss.
I'll make an effort not to.
So what are you doing?
I'm hitting it.
You hit it.
19
You definitely hit it.
for
Oh,
10
you had
damage.
me.
It's dead.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
dead.
thought
Just-
your minimum would have killed it.
So
Just stomp its brains out.
the last Grimlock. So the last Grimlock just has its heads or his brains on the floor. However, as Zach smashes the brains of the last Grimlock on the ground, you hear a much louder moan
Oh no.
Hmm.
coming at you. And it's a Grimlock, but it's much bigger.
What is with you and things but much bigger?
It's a much
This
bigger
one.
Grimlock with, it looks like it has some armor on it, and it has a lantern-like thing on the side of it, and that is where you guys notice the fog is coming from.
So, has anybody ever survived going anywhere in this world? Because boy, is this a lot.
Actually, people tend to stick to their own towns.
I guess that makes sense.
So you want to roll initiative for Biggie over there?
Yes, I will. That's just above Sam.
What?
It goes right before you.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So, Roxanne, it is your turn.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna try to shoot it. Oh no.
You do not hit it. It whizzes by your head. Or, well, it whizzes by his head.
Your aim was so bad it went behind you somehow.
It went by his head. And now it is his turn, and he heard the arrow coming from that direction. So he's gonna walk forward.
Don't
I'm
kill the
looking it
horses,
up.
please. We need them to go places.
I'm guessing these will be riding horses. Their AC is 10.
Oh gosh.
Their hit
What
points are
grade?
13.
Oh goodness. Poor
Brittany.
thing. Well, it's gonna just swing at the horse on the right. Does a 22 hit it?
Yeah, why are you asking yourself?
Oh yeah, I am. So what? It was like 10? No,
I can
yeah.
already
Yeah.
hear its ribs breaking.
Okay.
How much HP does it have?
The poor horses.
Like
10
13.
Or 13.
It has 13 HP. Wow, that's more than me.
About to be 0 if I'm correct.
So first damage, it's 5 for bludgeoning, and then it's gonna do piercing damage because it's spiked club.
Oh no.
So then it's
Don't kill the horse. We need him to go places.
Less than 6.
Thank God.
so 7
total.
damage.
Okay.
It's a very wounded horse.
Yes. Next is
Me, I think.
yes, Alexia.
Do you want me to heal the horse?
Do what you want.
It wouldn't hurt.
I mean, better than a dead horse.
Should I use my... I can use both my spell slots now. Do you want me to do that, or do you want me to save one?
Save
Uh,
one, obviously.
Save one. It doesn't need that much healing.
Okay, I'll hit crossbow first for my action.
Wait, you said you're trying to hit it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
crossbow.
Oh, you don't hit it.
Okay, my healing word is a bonus action.
Yes.
So it's almost full. It's okay.
Yeah.
It took 7. You healed 5. It's minus
It's
2
okay.
hit points. It's fine.
The horse appreciates you.
Yeah.
Horse will remember this.
It is Orpheus's turn.
Cool. I'm going to I still have all my spell slots, right? Yeah. All right. So I'm going to point one of my tools at one of the what side of the which hip is the lantern making the fog hanging from?
The left.
His left?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna point it at the club of the Grimlock that me and Atria killed, Grimlock 3 that died in that direction. I'm gonna catapult it towards the chief Grimlock, I guess, with the goal being like it's going to hit where the lantern is on its hip. Maybe it breaks the lantern if he fails the dex save, but at the very least, if he fails, he will be hit for damage.
Okay.
He has to make a dex save.
Oh.
Ah!
Alright, so who's next?
That'd be me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to get behind it, and I'm going to basically attempt to attack it from behind while screaming, "Over here, fat bastard." 18.
Yeah, it hits.
11 damage.
It is alive. Zach, it's your turn.
Alright. I will go here, and I'm gonna hit a boy.
Yeah, you don't hit it.
Crap. Well, second verse, same as the first. My second attack. Oh my god, I rolled worse. I got 12 and a
You
10.
don't hit it.
So 2 swings and a miss.
So Roxanne, it's your turn.
I will move here.
Just backing
And-
all the way up.
I will fire my laser.
I'm firing my laser.
You hit it.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Eh.
then.
For 9 damage. It is still alive. Okay, now it is Grimlock 6's turn. Since Zach was the last one to attack it, it just swings on over with its right arm, trying to swing right at you. Oh my goodness.
Negative. At least we're all bad at rolling.
Well-
Equally.
So the 12 does not hit, it just swings and Zach ducks.
Like a Matrix dodge. Like, whoa.
Now it's Samantha's turn.
I'm just gonna do crossbow again then.
You do not hit it.
Oh,
No.
Roll the one.
that's a nat one.
Do we do like punishments for us rolling nat ones on that kind of stuff?
What would you?
Probably.
How would you punish her?
A punishment for a nat one on a range attack would be you have to roll it again and see if it hits the nearest ally.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That'd be you, Zach.
That would be me. It does not.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Hey, that's actually a valid strategy you can do later on.
To hit me? What?
Yeah, you grab the arrow and throw it.
Oh, no, yeah, okay, yeah. Deflect arrows.
It's a bolt, but okay.
Okay, next up is Orpheus's turn.
I'm gonna open up the compartment on my armor, showing the mark, grit my teeth, shoot a magic missile from it at his hip. So the force damage will collide the lantern into his hip, and it'll do the force damage of the magic missile, but maybe it'll also break the lantern. Since it's all going at him and it's an auto hit, it's 3d4 plus 3.
That's
Oh.
so bad.
That's so sad.
Oh,
1, 1, 2.
Yeah,
I
it's still
tried.
alive.
total of 7.
I mean, hey,
But
it's
it did
7
also
damage.
hit the lantern.
Has the lantern been hit?
Yeah, it's hit. And
It's not
destroyed.
broken.
So the lantern's destroyed and it no longer is making the fog.
So the fog's
So-
slowly dissipating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo.
It wasn't a complete waste. It guaranteed damage and broke the lantern.
Alright, so who's next?
Yeah.
That would be me.
Yep.
Gonna stab it in the side now, I guess. Nope.
No, you are not with that one.
You did
Oh,
nothing.
no.
So I guess for a melee, would he just fall on his butt like the other one did?
What is with all the ones in this episode?
I know, right?
No.
This episode will be called Critical One.
Another option
So-
is that he could get his weapon stuck in the ground. Or she, sorry.
I'm gonna say a Tria falls.
Or
Okay.
mischieving of a trio.
Probably easier.
And now it is Zach's turn.
Little Caesar tree fall over. Like, why is everyone doing so bad?
Don't
Says
jinx
the guy who
yourself
works
before you
twice in a
play.
row.
Alright, so Zach's gonna again try to punch it right in its big blind gut.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so close.
Better.
25
There we go.
Yeah, 25 definitely hits it.
for
Yeah.
10 damage.
It is dead.
Yeah! Finally!
Do you punch it so hard it pukes its last on you?
No. We don't want to deal with more guts and puke.
I think it's a great running comedic theme that Zach always gets monster guts and insides on him.
I
Hence
like
why
it
he needs
too.
to go buy 50 bars of soap.
Yeah, Zach looks over at Orpheus and goes, I may need those 50 bars of soap. Well, at least we sucked less today.
I'm gonna loot the dead.
I'll go get my bolts back.
Yeah, I'm getting my
What?
bolts back.
Yeah, me too. I'm also gonna check the remains of that lantern. See if I can determine what kind of magic it was.
15 to loot the dead thing.
There's just the clubs and some scrap armor. Nothing too...
Suss out what school of magic, what type of magic this lantern was, how this lantern was producing the fog. If it was magic at all, or is it? I guess it would be the either Arcana or Investigation. They're either or is the same bonus. 23.
It was a magical item. So it was
Okay.
just like...
It was an enchanted to produce that fog.
Yeah.
Got it. Well, now it isn't. Good.
So I'm just gonna point this out. I don't know. This thing, whatever it is blind. It's also dumb. Not even sure it could talk. So it's blind and dumb. How would it find this magic item? And if it was creating fog and made so other people couldn't see, how would it know? I feel like somebody might have done this intentionally.
Yeah.
Would not doubt it.
Good observation.
Well, I think I don't much care right now. I think we should get to a safer spot.
I'd like to get to the next town as soon as possible.
Alright, on our way then, I guess.
So the fog is lifting, and it's a bright day again. And you go forward till it's nighttime. You're still not in Asteel. It's 1 day's journey away. We're going to call it there for today's episode. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Join us next time to see what happens. See if they finally make it to Asteel, or if they run into some more dangerous giant animals.